There will always be people who feel the need to tell you how to live, what to invest in, how to lose weight, how to raise your children, or how to succeed. The irony, many of these people have no real experience in the areas they speak about. They offer advice not from experience but from opinion. The overweight man giving fitness tips. The financially struggling man giving investment advice. The chronically single person telling you how to fix your marriage. This is one of the most common traps in life, the unsolicited opinions of others. If you don't learn to guard yourself against this, you will find yourself wasting time, second-guessing your path, and being led in directions that have nothing to do with your actual goals. Today we're breaking down 10 ways to protect yourself from unsolicited advice, filter out the noise, and take ownership of your own decisions. If you find this message valuable, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. And if someone in your life could benefit from this, share it with them. Number 1, understand the psychology of unsolicited advice. Why do people feel the need to give advice when it wasn't asked for? It's often about control or validation rather than genuine help. Some people advise you because they want to feel superior, some because they project their own insecurities, and others because they have an innate need to feel useful. Marcus Aurelius wrote in Meditations, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." People insert their judgments into your life because they cannot separate their worldviews from reality. Their advice is often tainted by their own fears, failures, and biases. Ask yourself, is this person's advice based on experience, or is it opinion? Are they trying to help? Or are they trying to control? When someone gives unsolicited advice, they are rarely responding to your life. They're responding to their own discomfort. Your independence, your risk, your mindset, it all reminds them of what they haven't done or what they're too afraid to do. Advice becomes their coping mechanism, a way to reassert their worldview. They might sound confident, but their advice is often a reaction to internal chaos, not external clarity. Some people feel entitled to offer input because they see you moving in a direction that threatens their sense of identity or superiority. Their words may appear helpful, but if you look closer, they are often rooted in fear or envy. Recognizing this doesn't mean you resent them. It means you stop internalizing advice that was never meant for your benefit. When you understand that psychology behind it, you no longer take it personally. You gain the ability to step back, analyze the motive, and separate the noise from the signal. Number 2, consider the source. Would you take health advice from someone who is unhealthy? Would you take financial advice from someone who is broke? Then why entertain guidance from people who have no credentials in the area they're speaking about? The Bible speaks to this in Matthew 7:16. You will recognize them by their fruits. Are grapes gathered from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? The results of a person's own life will tell you whether their advice is worth listening to. Ask yourself, what is this person's track record? Have they successfully applied their own advice? Everyone has opinions, but few have fruit. The fruit of someone's life, how they live, what they've built, the legacy they're shaping, will always speak louder than their words. When someone offers guidance, pause and examine their life. Are they walking in peace, purpose, and discipline, or are they stuck in patterns of chaos, bitterness, or regret? A person's history tells you whether their advice is wisdom or just recycled theory. You wouldn't take relationship advice from someone whose relationships are toxic. You wouldn't let a lazy person tell you how to hustle. If the person has not produced results, they have not earned your attention. Respect is earned through results, not volume. Filter advice through the lens of credibility. Does this person live what they preach, or do they just preach? Number 3, stop sharing your business. The less people know about your plans, the less unsolicited advice you will receive. People can't tell you how to run your life if they don't know the details. Epictetus warned in discourses, if you wish to improve, be content to appear clueless or stupid in extraneous matters. Don't wish to seem knowledgeable. Not everyone needs to know about your investments, your diet, your personal goals, or your struggles. Keep your plans private until they are complete. Ask yourself, am I sharing this information because I need guidance or just validation? Does this person need to know, or am I inviting unnecessary opinions? Oversharing is often a subconscious invitation for interference. The more you talk, the more doors you open for people to critique your journey, especially those who are unqualified to do so. Silence protects progress. When your goals are still forming, they are fragile. Keep them in the vault of discipline until they are strong enough to speak for themselves. People love to weigh in on what they think they understand, and the moment you share too much, you make your path vulnerable to the projections of others. Even well-meaning people may offer discouragement without realizing it, simply because they can't imagine doing what you're doing. You don't need validation to walk in purpose, you need focus. Protect your mission by keeping it between you and God until the time is right. Number 4, develop the art of selective listening. You do not owe every opinion your attention. Just because someone speaks does not mean you must listen. Proverbs 18:2 states, "A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion." Much of the advice you receive is not meant to help you, it is just someone else's need to be heard. Learn to filter out useless chatter. You have to ask yourself, is this advice improving my life, or is it just background noise? Do I really need this input, or am I just entertaining it out of habit? Selective listening is a powerful skill. It means you tune your mind to recognize what is useful and mute what is not. The human brain is wired for survival, not clarity. So if you absorb every voice around you, you'll drown in contradiction. Most people speak from opinion, not observation, from ego, not empathy. Refuse to be a dumping ground for everyone's projections. If someone's words do not add value, growth, or truth to your life, they don't belong in your mental space. Wisdom isn't just knowing what to listen to, it's knowing what to ignore. Be ruthless with your mental diet. Just like you wouldn't feed your body garbage, don't feed your mind gossip, fear, or emotional manipulation disguised as advice. Number 5, set boundaries. If you have people in your life who constantly offer unsolicited advice, set firm boundaries. Seneca said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. If someone's words don't build you up, make it clear you are not open to their guidance. You have to ask yourself, is this person respecting my boundaries, or do they overstep? And do I need to distance myself from their influence? People will treat you the way you allow them to. If someone consistently oversteps and you remain silent, you've trained them to disregard your limits. Boundaries aren't walls, they are filters. They don't block love, but they block disrespect. When it comes to advice, boundaries tell others this is not your lane. You don't owe everyone access to your thoughts or your decisions. If someone constantly critiques or corrects you, confront it with clarity. You don't need to argue, just be firm. I appreciate your concern, but I'm not looking for your input right now. That one sentence can create massive peace in your life. Honor and peace require boundaries. When someone violates that peace, it's your responsibility to enforce the line. Number 6, master the power of silence. Not every comment requires a response. Often the best way to shut down unsolicited advice is to simply not engage. Lao Tzu wrote, "Silence is a source of great strength." You don't have to argue, you don't have to explain. Let their words fall into the void and move forward. Ask yourself, am I wasting energy engaging with this, or is it best ignored? Silence is not weakness, it's strategy. When someone throws their advice or opinions at you, they expect engagement. When you stay silent, you rob their words of power. You deny them control. The ego craves a reaction. When you withhold it, you remain in authority over yourself. You don't owe people a rebuttal or justification for your decisions. Your life, your purpose, your calling, they are not public debate topics. Responding gives unsolicited advice more weight than it deserves. Let your progress answer them. Let your growth respond for you. Sometimes the most profound rebuttal is no rebuttal at all. Stay focused. Let them talk. You build. Number 7, don't take it personally. Many people give bad advice out of their own insecurities. It's not about you, it's about them. The Stoics believed in the practice of emotional detachment. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. When someone offers bad advice, don't be offended, be indifferent. Then ask yourself, am I reacting emotionally to this advice, or am I remaining in control? Emotional detachment is not coldness, it's control. When you detach from someone's advice, you take back the power to decide what enters your mind and what stays out. Most bad advice is nothing more than someone projecting their limitations onto your future. That has nothing to do with you. If you take every piece of advice personally, you'll constantly be triggered, defensive, and second-guessing your own judgment. Instead, recognize what belongs to you and what doesn't. Their tone, their energy, their baggage, it's not yours to carry. Peace comes when you stop absorbing everything emotionally. Just because someone speaks doesn't mean you have to receive. Number 8, trust your own judgment. At the end of the day, you must live with consequences of your choices, not the people giving unsolicited advice. Learn to trust your own instincts and intelligence. Proverbs 3, verses 5 through 6 states, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He will make straight your paths." Trust God, trust yourself, take ownership of your decisions. Then ask yourself, am I making choices based on my own values and knowledge, or am I just following the crowd? Every choice you make builds your future. That means you must own it fully. If you constantly defer to others, you train yourself to second-guess every move. Confidence is built through decision-making, through failing, learning, adjusting, and moving forward. God gave you wisdom. He gave you intuition. He gave you discernment. Use it. Yes, there is value in wise counsel, but when it's time to act, you must act in faith, not fear. Trust that God is guiding your steps and trust that He will correct you if you drift. That's freedom. Nobody else has to live with your choices. You do. So make them with conviction. Number 9, seek advice from the right people. There is wisdom and counsel, but only from the right sources. Proverbs 11:14 says, "Where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors there is safety." Surround yourself with those who have real wisdom, not just opinions. Then ask yourself, who in my life has real experience and credibility? And am I seeking wisdom or just allowing noise? The right advice at the right time can change everything, but only if it comes from someone who's walked the path. You want advisors, not spectators. Seek voices who lead with humility, not ego. People who've failed and learned. People who operate in integrity and truth. There's safety in wise counsel, but danger in casual opinions. Elevate your standards for who gets to speak into your life. Mentors, coaches, elders, proven friends. They will sharpen you. The rest is just static. Quality over quantity. You don't need 20 voices, you need 2 or 3 who know the way. And number 10, focus on results, not opinions. At the end of the day, your success will be determined by your actions, not by what others say. Seneca wrote, "Let deeds match words." Ignore the critics, ignore the noise, execute on what you know to be true, and let the results speak for themselves. Then ask yourself, am I focused on proving people wrong or proving myself right through my actions? Results silence the critics. You don't have to argue, explain, or justify. Just build. People can doubt your progress, your timeline, even your ideas, but they cannot argue with impact. Your fruit will shut their mouths faster than any rebuttal. The world is full of talkers. Be a doer. Let your consistency become your reputation. Let your excellence prove your convictions. And don't let the pursuit of approval pull you away from your mission. If your energy is spent trying to impress others, you'll lose momentum chasing validation instead of purpose. Stay grounded. Stay productive. Let your life speak so loud you never have to. Unsolicited advice is everywhere, but you do not have to entertain it. You do not have to be influenced by it. Protect your mind, guard your time, and take ownership of your life. If you found this message valuable, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss content like this. And if someone in your life could benefit from this, share it with them. This is the Fire Iron Mindset. Keep forging yourself into something stronger.